What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I have returned for another recap video of the University of Hawaii men's basketball team, and unfortunately, the University of Hawaii men's basketball team came away the losers at UC Santa Barbara. I'm going to say it right now. So, as we get started, just remember, subscribe. That's how my channel grows. And I want to keep my monetization status. So let's get started. I'm going to put up my banner here. I'm going to keep this a little short today. That's right. University of Hawaii loses 77-71 against UC Santa Barbara. And as you can also see, we coughed up an 11-point lead. And that was in the first half. But I got to tell you, if there's one thing about the University of Hawaii, the way that they've been playing has been much better as of late. They carried it over into this game. Now, you're going to notice that in my prediction video, I did have UH as 7-point underdogs, but they proved me wrong in more ways than one, especially considering how they've been playing in these past few games. Unfortunately, their 3-game win streak has been snapped. The guy who led the University of Hawaii, big surprise, Tom Beattie with 15 off the bench. And I thought that was a great way for Tom Beattie to put himself on the radar, at least for next season, assuming he chooses to stay. And I think he should, because, like I said, the University of Hawaii's had good luck with New Zealand players, particularly Isaac Fotu. And unfortunately for Fotu, he was here for 2 seasons before NCAA sanctions had ruled him ineligible for the 3rd season, and he ended up leaving. But Tom Beattie, good on him. I mean, that guy was shooting really, really well. As I said, he had 15. You can also see my story down below. I've also included the text. But I was very encouraged that the University of Hawaii found some ways to not only lead, but also stay in contention and stick to Santa Barbara like glue. At the end of the first half, UH was up 34-25. They were up by 9. And you know what? UCSB, they scored the first 9 points of the game in the first half. And then after that, UH outscored them 34-16. Okay? So I think that's a sign that the University of Hawaii has found themselves. And if what I've seen in these past few games is any indication, I think that they're going to come away with the win against Long Beach State when they come here and play on Saturday. There's only one game this upcoming week in the Stan Share Center, and that is, of course, against Long Beach State. And you'll see a prediction video about that soon. But we're just going to talk about this. Unfortunately for UH, Ajay Mitchell ruined the game for University of Hawaii yet again, just like last year at the stand when he made the layup with a few seconds left and essentially causing UH to lose by 1 point, 65-64 then. UH was up by 9 after the first half, but unfortunately they had 6 turnovers in the second half, but the timing of those was not so great. And Noel Coleman, who had a great game against Santa Barbara, he had only 9. But I thought he made some noise during that game, especially with the 3 that put UH back in front. They had about almost 10 lead changes and or ties. And but I got to tell you, this may have been the one game where having Javon McClanahan and Morsek out there, for that matter, would have made a difference. Of course, Javan McClanahan has missed 4 games now, and with a shoulder injury. No idea when he's going to be back, but one thing's for sure, Morissette is not coming back for the rest of the season because of an ACL knee injury, and he does require surgery. I am very certain that Moore will return for next season. And he even said himself, he's an island boy, and you got to love that. But anyway, as far as Santa Barbara is concerned, once again, it's back to the drawing board to get a win at Santa Barbara because it's coming up on 10 years now since UH last won at the Thunderdome. But fortunately, the Wahine basketball team came away with a clutch victory, 66-61, I believe. That was Laura Beeman, head coach Laura Beeman. They were calling it Beeman's Big Bash. So kudos to the Wahine basketball team, despite finishing that game on a 535 scoring drought. But for the fellas anyway, I thought that despite losing by 6, this is only the tip of the iceberg here. Losing by 6, but to lead by 11 at one point is proof that the University of Hawaii is close to, if not already, turning a corner. Because at the start of the season, we were 2-6. And since then, we've been 6-2. Or I should say 5-2, I should say. And I got to say, if we can finish out the season really strong, we may very well salvage at least the top 5, maybe get up to 4th, which is where we would have been had we came away with this win. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But not going to lie to you, I will be glad when Ajay Mitchell leaves the UCSB. I mean, that guy's a hell of a player, and I got nothing but respect for him. But for UH to not win against them since January of 2022 is really, really, really frustrating. Especially if it's away at Santa Barbara, if it's away at the Thunderdome. The kid's good. I mean, like I said, I got nothing but respect for Mitchell. That kid can play, especially since he's a Belgium native. And if he were on UH with Noel Coleman, we'd be unstoppable. I'm not going to lie to you. But you know what? Quick turnaround. We got a good week to prepare. So I think UH is still in it. I don't think that this loss really hurt them as much. But still, if we can finish out the season winning the remaining several games, I think that we can still salvage the rest of the season. There's no way we can win the conference. I mean, our start really killed us. But still, we have gotten some wins. And maybe not so much against some teams that I didn't think we could win against, Santa Barbara being one of them. But still, this team has looked a lot better. And I don't know if putting McClanahan on the sidelines was the answer all along. I don't think it was. I mean, obviously an injury is never timely. But still, I hope that Javan comes back. We could definitely have used him. Would we have won this game had we had Javan out there? I don't know. But I think that this game would have been a lot more closer. But you know what? The University of Hawaii still kept me optimistic that they will be able to come through with some wins. If they can win against Long Beach State, that's a team that I think that UH can get a win against, where I would be kind of skeptical about. I mean, yeah, we got 2 wins against them last season, but still, we have to come through with this win against Long Beach State, not just for our own egos, but we also, and for the standings, but we also have to confirm in our minds that the team has to confirm in everybody's minds that they have turned a corner. And as far as them turning a corner, I'm convinced, officially. Not going to lie to you. I am fully convinced that we have turned a corner. Now, while our standings in the Big West, 6th place, may not necessarily prove it, you didn't see what I saw, because if you can tell by my B-roll as of late, from at least from the UC Davis game, we have turned a corner again, and also against UC San Diego. Now, obviously, San Diego, they won't go to the tournament. They're still ineligible. This is their final season of ineligibility. But still, I still think that we can win that game against Long Beach State. I'm going to say that right now. I will come out with a prediction video later this week, and I will, and that's the next long-term video that you will see. So, but still, I was very much encouraged that UH found a way to still compete with the perennial frontrunners. Unfortunately, some may say that all that effort went down the toilet if they led by as much as they did, which once again is only the tip of the iceberg. To lead by as much as 11 points on a team like Santa Barbara, that's a statement. And if you still think that this team has not turned a corner yet, I don't know what to think of you. Because we fought hard. We led for a good portion of that game, and had UH not folded, we may very well have come away with that win. And if we were a little more luckier from 3-point range. Of course, I know that's a lot of ifs, but still. UH played really inspired, and I am convinced that they have turned a corner. So, anyway, guys, that's all for today. And remember, subscribe. Stay tuned for my prediction video that will come out later this week. And again, thanks for watching. And remember, subscribe, and I'll catch you all later.